In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a multi-purpose Discord bot using Discord.js and Typescript. So first of all, you want to go to nodejs.org and download the recommended version. And then you will need a code editor of your choice, and mine is Visual Studio Code. So once you have downloaded both of them, you want to go to your Visual Studio window, and in the top left, click Terminal, then on New Terminal. Now we want to create the package.json file by doing npm init-y. This will just generate a default template, and you can change this if you want to. And then we can do npm I discord.js to install the Discord package. Now after that's done, you want to do npm I typescript-g to install it globally. And now we can start creating our folder structure. So create a source folder. In that source folder, we want a base folder. In that base folder, we want a classes folder. And also in that base folder, we also want an interfaces folder for now. And we also can create a data folder which will hold our config for the bot. So for the files, we would want to do custom client.ts in the classes folder. And then we want to create an interface for the custom client class. So I custom client. And then in the interfaces as well, we also want to create a file for iconfig. So IntelliSense works with our JSON file. And in the data folder, create a config.json file. And then we can just fill this out with a token where we will put our Discord bot token. Now, before I forget, we also want to do tsc init in the terminal to create the TypeScript config file. Now, if you get this error, just like me, you can either allow scripts to be ran on your computer, which you can find out how to from Stack Overflow, or you can do tsc.cmd init, which is the Windows version instead of the batch script. So now it's generated as our default tsconfig, and just to save some time, I'm just going to copy and paste this. So this is setting the root dir and the build dir. So you want to just set the root dir to the source folder and then out dir to the build folder. And now just go to your package.json and we can copy and paste these commands in here. So this is what we will be using to build our bot. So the clean one will delete the build folder, build will build it, start will run the clean command, then the build command, and then launch the bot. And then start no clean will do the same thing but without cleaning it. So now to get our Discord token, we want to go back to Google, go to discord.com/developers, and in the top right you want to click on new application, whatever the name you want it. So I'm just going to call mine tutorial and click create. Now we want to go on the left hand side to bot, then we want to press reset token. Yes, do it. You might need a 2FA code like me, but it's simple enough to get. So now you can copy this, go back to your Visual Studio, and in your config.json, just paste it in the token field like that. And now we can actually start making the actual bot. So after pasting the token in that field, you want to go back to the bot, then go to OAuth2 on the left hand side, go on URL generator, press bot, then application commands, wherever that is, there it is. And then we want to do administrator, then copy this link down here, and just paste that into your web browser. This is so we can invite the bot to the server, so then you just need to find whatever server you want to invite it to. Yes. Now if we go to Discord, you can see the bot has joined the server. Close that, then go back to Visual Studio. Now we can actually start coding the bot. So first of all, what we want to do is in the interface of the iConfig, just do export interface iConfig. Then we want to do token as a string. This is so when we require the JSON file, IntelliSense will work for us. So we'll be able to do config.token and it will autocomplete. So now for the iCustom client interface, we want to do export default interface iCustom client. And before I forget, sorry, we want to go back to iConfig and change this to export default, not just export, and save that. So now in here, what we want is the config property as iConfig. Then we can do control dot add import. And then we want an init method which will just return void for now. And now we can go to our custom client class and start creating this. So we want to do export default class custom client and all that. That's just Copilot. We want to extend client from Discord. We want to do import client from Discord JS. And then we also want to implement custom client on this. And now, because we've implemented the interface, it will auto do this for us. So if you do control dot on here, implement interface, there we go. And now it wants us to create a constructor to initialize that variable. So we want to do constructor. Then we want to do a super, because this is the constructor for the Discord JS client. And in here, we want to just do intents, which we'll be using later on, which we don't need for now. And then we also want to do this dot config equals require from go back again, data config.json. Instead of doing this as well, we can change this to quotes and do dollar brackets process.cwd, and that will get the current path and then take us to that file. And now for the init method, get rid of this line because we need to implement it. We want to just do this dot login. Then we want to do this dot config dot token. And after that, do dot then arrow function. We want to do console dot log logged in. Then you will also want to do a dot catch in case there's an error with just logging the error. Now, if we, I forgot one thing, we need to create a index file in the source folder. So if we do that, now in here, we just want to import custom client like that. Oh. And then we want to do new custom client dot edit. So when we start this file, it will call the init function in the custom client class, and it should logged in. So let's try it. So we want to do npm run start. Oh, we need to save the package.json, remember that. Now if we run the command again, it should print logged in. There we go. Now if we go onto Discord, the bot is online. Now that is all for this tutorial, and in the next one I'll be going over how to create an event handler for the bot. Thanks for watching.